'96 was probably the last gridlock. After that, '98 police wouldn't let you stop. You got to keep going. They blocked all the exits on the highway where you couldn't get off.
Shut Freaknik down by when the mayor, Bill Campbell, started blocking off exits to popular streets that led to events. So you had guys who had after parties and different little events going on for Freaknik, but people couldn't get there because you couldn't get off the exit. Now, if you was from Atlanta, you knew how to take the back roads. But that big crowd that was coming from everywhere else, they just ride. You got these people on the highway all the way past all the events, and then you let them off once it's way away from it. And that's the system they set up, and that hurt it.
Police won't let them off. They block all of the exits out. If you remember that, most of the interstates in the United States are built on an Eisenhower system, which is a military system that was set up by a general of the United States of America, so they can control what goes in and out of any city in America. So what they did, they strategically set up where the college kids could get on in certain places, but they couldn't get off. So they end up like spending 8 to 12 hours on the interstate.
As they started, trying to corral Freaknik and using their police tactics and rerouting traffic and really sending people into loops. That's basically what they would do, is they would send you in loop.
Traffic was a disaster. That's why the city had to get involved, and they did what they did to try to detour it.
Once you start going around the same block.
All right, Shalom. First off, give all praise to Yahweh, by Shem Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect. All the brothers across the four corners, serving in truth and sincerity. This is your brother Krazazah. Call him out. Just wanted to bring you this lesson here today on the interstate systems and how they're militarily designed and set up for martial law. So with that being said, I know you brothers just seen the little video we had to start it off. So we just gonna jump right into it.
This is from the Wikipedia. All right, it says the interstate highway system. The Dwight D. Eisenhower National System of Interstate and Defense Highways, commonly known as the Interstate Highway System.
Right, the interstate and defense highways. Now, if it was just for you to go from Omaha to Dallas or New York to LA, why is it called the Interstate Defense System? Because it was set up by Eisenhower, and it's going to get into all of that.
It says commonly known as the Interstate Highway System, Interstate Freeway System, or Interstate System, or simply the Interstate, is a network of controlled access highways that forms a part of national highway systems of the U.S.
Right, controlled access. That means they control how you access it. You know what I'm saying? Where you can get off at, where you can't get off at. If they want to set up a roadblock, if it's construction, you got to take a detour. They did this, strategically.
It says the network has a total length of 47,856 miles, or 77.0017 kilometers. That's all you have with that.
Yeah, just keep going. There's something on every page.
Okay, con. Oh shit, let's get this. All right. Now this says the Bureau of Public Roads asked the Army to provide a list of roads that is considered necessary for national defense.
That's right. So there are roads that are considered necessary for national defense. There's an interstate system in every major city and pretty much every minor city too. You can get anywhere you want to in the country, any city in the country, you can get to it from your driveway. So there are strategic places that they need to defend in case of a invasion, or if they want to set up martial law. Like you seen in the video, it's not that hard to control the access to the people, because the way these interstates are set up, they're either set up to where there's one that goes straight through it, if it's a small town, and you got veins going, exits going off, or it's a loop that goes around the city, so that you can just get on the loop and get off where you need to be. But there's main systems like I give you an example. Here in Omaha, we have Interstate I-80. I-80 goes through Omaha, but you can get on 680, and 680 will take you all the way around Omaha. So that 680, that's the Omaha vein, so to speak, and then you can get off anywhere you wanted to. Now, if they wanted to shut the city down, all they got to do is close off that I-80 and then control the access points from there.
It's just like what that video that that we played. It says he said it. They strategically set up march where they want you to go. That's a good point. It says in 1922, General John J. Pershing, former head of the American Expeditionary Force in Europe during the war, complied by submitting a detailed network of 20,000 miles of interconnected primary highways, the so-called Pershing map.
Yeah, we actually got a Pershing Drive here in Omaha.
Gone. It says Eisenhower gained an appreciation of the Reichsbahn system,
Reich
Autobahn system, the first national implementation of modern Germany's Autobahn network.
Right, so the Autobahn was the first real interstate highway system in Germany. That's that highway in Germany. There's no speed limit. You can go as fast as you want to or whatnot. But they were able to use that system to get all their military trucks in from one point to another point. So that's why today when we see in all these military movements, where we always see them, we see them on the interstate, or you see a train. You see a train every now and then or whatnot. But for the most part, we're seeing like these Humvees and MRES and all that. You're seeing a long convoy where? On the interstate. Because it's so you can strategically move your troops where you need to. If you need to defend Chicago, if you need to defend New York or Atlanta, so to speak, Dallas or LA, your major cities, what I'm saying, you're already set up to have it easily accessed.
It says, this was the first national implementation of modern Germany's Autobahn network as a necessary component of the national defense system while he was serving as supreme commander of the Allied forces in Europe during World War II.
That's right. So Eisenhower basically stole the idea from the Germans.
He recognized that the proposed system will also provide key ground transport routes for military supplies and troop deployments in case of an emergency or foreign invasion. So hey, so when Esau say it's time to do something, this is his kingdom, man. So he can do whatever the hell he wants, And that what was the president? That
Eisenhower?
Was it Kennedy? No, that said that same shit about the not to segue, but same thing about the so-called UFOs.
Oh, Reagan.
That was Reagan, saying we'll put all our differences and all this to the side and let's fight together. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna do it because you believe that it's against you, But us as proposing to be the elect or praying to be the elect, you know what I'm saying? We know that that's not the enemy, So the same thing with this interstate system and everything else that's in this place. If Esau wants it to be done a certain way, he already has niggas under mind control, man. So you're easily gonna follow right along with his plan,
He can get you used to it already. But get this real quick.
What's that? Oh, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath."
What's that great wrath? That's gonna be the martial law. That's the Third World War. That's the concentration camps, the famine, the pestilence. You know what I'm saying? All these things are going to happen. All these things are going to happen consecutively. It's going to snowball. It's going to be one big hailstorm. Jacob's trouble.
It says, "For the devil has come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time."
That's right. He know he have but a short time, so he can't wait until he's about to set all this up to have a defense system or to have a technique on how he wants to set up these troops. They had to do that back in the day. They had to plant the seed back then so that they know when it's time to roll. You know what I'm saying? It's time to go. They already got it. That's what this is like playing chess. You got to be one or two moves ahead of the other person. Or shoot, or any other sport for that, basketball. You know, if you know that you're gonna go left, you know what I'm saying, and you know he's expecting you to go left, you fake right, then you go left. You know, you gotta keep him off beat. So I mean, that's what he's doing. That's what Esau's doing, man. Everything is already set up. It's just a domino. The dominoes has already been pushed. We just waiting on the next domino to fall.
Hey, if I may, that's why it says Esau is the son of perdition. He is a mastermind, you know, at being the devil, man. He's a mastermind. You know, he's been predestined to be the devil. You know,
pre-devilation.
Let me finish this paragraph here. Oh no, that's finished. Okay.
You had the scripture?
No, I was holding that one in Second Ezra. So
okay.
It says, as one of the components of the national highway system, interstate highways improve the mobility of military troops to and from airports, seaports, rail terminals, and other military bases.
Booyah, there you go. It's all been set up so that it's easily accessed for the military from all access ports that of modes of transportation, whether it be by air, by sea, by land, by train, by car, by plane, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's all set up like that. It's all set up like that. Also, they say the five I think it's like 5 out of every 6 miles of interstate or something like that is straight road. So that if a plane had to land emergency, it can land on the interstate. So, of course, that goes with military, because if a military plane needs to land somewhere, bam, fighter jets, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, this thing has all been set up. You know, it's not just an easy way for your Thanksgiving weekend for you to get from, you know, Oklahoma to Tallahassee. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want you to think. It's all been set up so that when they go to road, you know what I'm saying, they got all their ducks in a row.
It says, interstate highways also connect to other roads that are a part of the strategic highway network.
The strategic highway network, like I said, it's a strategy behind it.
Damn. It says, a system of roads identified as critical to the U.S. Department of Defense. It's critical. It's considered critical because they're going to use it for something important, man.
Exactly,
you know. And most people don't even know that. You know, you have some Americans that are probably, you know, that are probably hip to it, but most of the people don't even know that, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, this information, I'm not going to make it sound like I always knew this information. I didn't know this information until I seen the documentary. And you know, watching things with a spiritual eye, it made me want to go deeper. Because, of course, when you see they cut the city off, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, go ahead and get the scripture right now.
God, this is, shall I get the meat off the bone? From 14, I usually get straight to
yeah, that's cool. 14 is cool.
God, this is, 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
That's right. When that Jacob's trouble gets closer, and then whatever event that they need to have it pop off actually pops off, and things are starting to get bad.
And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
That's right. When the race wars pop, and everything's all chaotic, and you know people are running to and fro,
for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another.
That's right. And you know the police and the top law enforcement, presidents and senators and all this, when they passing laws and making bills and telling you to do this and telling you to do that, and the people not doing it, they're doing whatever it is they need to do for their daily bread and to make it through their night.
And it says, for there should be sedition among men and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
That's right. They're not going to care what you got to say because they got to take care of old number one. That's what's going on. The love of many shall wax cold. And when that happens, you know what I'm saying, they're going to shut shit down.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Why is that? Because they got the interstate system already down pat that if we need to enact martial law, we're going to cut off these cities. Okay? You're not going to be able to come into Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to leave New York City, to leave Milwaukee or Chicago, wherever it is you stay, Omaha. You know, they're going to strategically block these roads. And they showed you that in that movie, Quarantine.
Yeah.
Or not Quarantine.
No, Quarantine. They did was it
Contagion. In the movie Contagion. They were on the interstate. They were trying to leave.
Because they were quarantined. That's why.
Yeah. And they were like, nope, you got to go back. You got to go back. Why? Because they had it locked down. Also, it was a show that came on CW. I can't. It escapes me now. But on the show, they had a small section of Atlanta blocked off, and you couldn't get in, you couldn't get out. They had it all walled off. Why? Because there was a disease going around, and they had to, anybody that was exposed to it had to stay in there until the disease was gone. You know, so they have the power to do this. They just need the event to implement it.
Now, I'll get this precept real quick.
Okay.
This is Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 16. It says, for they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. So the reason why I brought that out, you know, that's not only talking about the laws that they pass in this place, but that's talking about things like that too, because they're strategic with it. They're constantly thinking of how can we get these people. You know, mainly Jake, but how can they're gonna put everybody in fucking concentration camps, man. You know, it's not just gonna be Jake, it's gonna be Goots, it's gonna be Edomites, all different nations are gonna be in them concentration camps. And the elite bankers are not sleeping unless they cause something to fall, man.
And you can watch the movie The Road. You know what I'm saying? Or even Book of Eli. You know, so it's countless of movies that you can watch. People are going to avoid cities because in cities, it's a mass population. It's going to be chaos. So people are going to try to disperse out into the country. So in order to stop that, what do you have to do? You got to block those interstates, and you got to control the access points and the exit ramps. Now, if you funnel everybody to a certain exit, and then you set up your concentration camp there, or say you funnel them to that exit that you like by an airport or by a stadium, you know what I'm saying? Then what? You got your concentration camp built already right there. All you got to do is use your system that you already set up to funnel all the people to that one spot, and then just block all the other roads, and then you have no choice but to go that way. You can't go backwards because you're gonna have 5,000 cars behind you. So,
damn, that's a good point. Now that makes me think, because now I'm thinking about it, like a lot of just as far as Omaha is concerned, you know how you said that they how they block certain exits off. They, like you said, lead you to like stadiums and shit like that. Now I think about it, we have a lot of interstate exits that lead straight to big ass buildings.
Yeah.
Not even just to stadiums or fields, but like Walmarts. You know what I'm saying? They can clear those fuckers out, and they can make that a detention center just to torture people, man. You know, that's a good point, man. That's the point of the prophets, man, because we make you know these things.
Yeah.
You know, we're telling you these things before. That's beautiful information. I just learned something, man. You know, live. You know, yeah, that's beautiful. I'm gonna go back to finish the second Ezra 15 and 17. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled. The houses.
That's right. What should be troubled?
The cities shall be troubled.
Cities should be troubled, and everything in America is set up as far as transportation wise around the major cities. That's why if you we got a map here of the interstates. If you look at that, every major city has an interstate going through it and around it. It's a strategic reason for that. Okay, so that when it's time to roll, everything's already set up. Can you read that one more time?
This is it says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled.
That's right, the city shall be troubled. Major metropolitan areas. Okay, that's what's gonna be going on. The foods is gonna be gone. All the stores are gonna be empty, and people are gonna be invading one another. Everybody's gonna be trying to get it how they live. You know what I'm saying? There may not be any power. There's definitely not gonna be any quote law enforcement. They're gonna turn in their badges because they got a family to worry about their damn self. So what's gonna happen? They're gonna bring in the military. Once they bring in the military, cut off everything, keep everybody in one place, set up a curfew. You violate that curfew, you get shot on sight, or you go to a concentration camp. You try to leave, we're gonna funnel you to a concentration camp. These are the times that's coming up right now. We are living in these times. Just about to get serious. You know what I'm saying? This devil about to make his move, and when he make his move, Yahweh Shem Yahshai is gonna make their move, and then we gonna get the fuck out of here. That's what we looking forward to.
What? It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
That's right, man. These niggas gonna be bitches out here, man. They ain't ready for this, man. Only people that's ready for this is the people who are in the know, the people who are keeping that spiritual eye to look for, you know what I'm saying, the meaning, the spiritual aspect out of everything. Because everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. You know what I'm saying? It could be something as simple as you look down at your clock and it just so happen to be 1:44. That's spiritual. You know what I'm saying? You can get a girl number, and her number is 402-578-3666. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's spiritual. The Lord's trying to tell you something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying, keep your spiritual eye open. Stay circumspect.
This made me not through the spirit, because you said saying that we know these things, we're paying attention, we're actually being circumspect, like you say, and that leads up to this, that's the spirit. It says Revelations 2:10. It says, "Fear none of these things, for thou shalt suffer, because the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried."
That's right. The devil's gonna try us, man. I was watching this the Common Sense show earlier, and they were talking about the FEMA camps getting ratcheted up again. Why? Because they're gonna throw people in jail. That's just gonna happen. The people that they can't what's the word I want to say, reprogram or change their thinking, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna want to get rid of them, but they gotta round them up first. So where are they gonna hold them? They're gonna hold them in those concentration camps. They're gonna hold them in prisons. You know what I'm saying? They already passed the NDAA Act to snatch you up for no reason, no cause, no lawyer, no trial, nothing. All this has already been set up. The road has already been paved. They just got to drive down the path. That's what they're trying to do right now.
It says, "Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death." Because when some of us get thrown into them concentration camps, you don't think that we're gonna witness death. You don't think we're gonna be witnessing somebody that we know, or even when you know them or not, seeing somebody killed before your eyes brutally, like that can change your mind. Like, damn, I don't want to die. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High said, "You should be thou faithful unto death." Unto death, man. Because these things is going to happen, and no doubt they will happen. The Most High said these things, His word shall go out and not return to Him void. Everything is going to happen, man. We're gonna have to witness people getting their fucking heads chopped off by guillotines, man. You know, or shit like the Walking Dead. You know what I'm saying? How he bashed his head in with that damn
with the bat.
What they call like a
Blue
man-made
steel.
mace or something like that. Something to that effect. Not a mace, but something to that effect. We got to witness these things, man. And Jake, like fuck that. I don't want to die. You know, but man, these times is coming, boy. It says, "Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life."
That's right, man. You gotta prove yourself to Yahweh Shimon Shai that you are built with Cuban links, that you are ready to ride. There ain't nothing that this motherfucker can do to shake your faith. You gonna spit in his face, kill me, nigga. Do your worst, Leonidas. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? You can't do shit to me that the Most High can't get me out. Because he said that he wouldn't put me in a position that I wouldn't be able to escape from. So what you gonna do? Fuck it. Kill me. Shoot me. Whatever. Do what you got to do. But I ain't taking your fucking chip. And I ain't acquiescing, or I ain't doing shit that you want me to do. I'm not cooperating. No, kill me. You know what I'm saying? And if you kill me, they said that, you know what I'm saying, some of us will die. But the dead Yahweh Shai should rise first. You know? So either I'm gonna get spiritual powers or you're gonna kill me. You know? Either way it goes, it's gonna be Yahweh Shem Yahushai till death. That's how the true men of the Lord is gonna rock. That's what's gonna separate the real from the fake. The true believers from the motherfucking jock riders.
And you that, hey, in order to have that spirit, you know, in order to have that spirit, man, you gotta be building now. Because, you know, I you know, me personally myself, you know, so I feel the same way this brother feels. You know what I'm saying? Man, you got to fucking take my life. But at the same time, when you face death in this time now, you know what I'm saying? It's like that shit is hard to deal with. Motherfucker threatening your life, put a pistol on your face, pin you to a wall, and it's a bunch of motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, with a bunch of different weapons to kill you. It's like you really gotta say, man, fuck it. Really, like you gotta really be, because if your mind ain't on Yahweh Shem Yahushai in times, man, like you can be saying his name now, Yahweh Shem Yahushai Barakatah, you know, this and that. When that time comes, you better have that same fucking spirit, man. You know, and that's speaking to myself, that's speaking to this brother and all the rest of y'all, man. You know, we gotta strive for truth unto death. Fuck it.
Hey, you know? Shit, they wrote on Yahweh Shai. What did he do? He took his beating like a man, like a G, and went up on the cross and died for the elect of Israel.
Real soldier, man. That's the lieutenant right there.
That he could have stopped. He didn't have to do it. Right. You know, he could have sent down the legion angels like he said. But he knew that that's an L that he had to take, so he kept that fade. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to prove ourselves, have to catch that fade. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to roll on us. They got our IP addresses. You know? They know our address. They know where we work. They know everything about us. You know what I'm saying? They following our Google history. You know, our phone calls.
Hey, man, then they got agents to help them expedite the process, man. You know? What's his name? Yakko Wacko.
Who's among many. You know what I'm saying? All these other niggas that crept in unaware. So, I mean, these are the times, man. It's time to get serious if you ain't serious. If you are serious, it's time to get even more serious. It's time to buckle down. Let's get out this place. It's like the brother said, you ain't just all of a sudden gonna start being a super duper Israelite, you know what I'm saying, Yahweh Shem Yahushai Barakatah in a concentration camp, nigga. You gotta be planting that seed right now if it ain't already planted. And if it is, you gotta keep watering it and giving it all the sunlight, which is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of this Bible. And if you ain't with it, fuck you, you know what I'm saying? Get down or lay down. That's really how it is, you know what I'm saying? That's the only way Yahweh by Shem Yahushai is rocking. You got anything else?
No, that's all I got, brother.
Alright, and with that being said, call halal Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salute and honors to the elect. all the brothers across the four corners who are adoring in truth and sincerity, and the women and children who follow. Shalom.